Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome to the Mental House. I am your host, Khadijah, and it is good to have you in the Mental House. Whatever side of the diaspora that you may be on, I want to welcome you. Okay? So, and I want to start this broadcast off. I would be remiss, oh my goodness, if I didn't say I just heard one of the men that I knew from my childhood, a friend of my father's. His name was Mahmoud Atta, and he was from Palestine. And he passed away. And just hearing that just really touched my heart. I remember some of my fondest, earliest memories of him is I didn't know how to say his name, so I would call him Mood, Mood, and he would go, no, Khadijah, Mahmoud. Well, eventually I learned how to say Mahmoud, but um, my condolences to his family, his daughter, as my condolences to his family, and like I said, I'm just finding out that he passed, and it was recently, so I didn't get a chance to make these or send these condolences out earlier. So just wanted to make sure I did that. And well, I would like to continue with this video in the vein of still this is Black History Month, and this particular article is still taken from the great book from Dr. Claude Anderson, Dirty Little Secrets, Tales from America, about Black history, its heroes, and other troublemakers. Dirty Little Secrets by Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson is a very knowledgeable man, and I appreciate him so much. And he's one of the authors that we really should appreciate and learn and study his work. That basically focuses on labor and wealth, finances, and the things that are very important to a group of people like ourselves who have been cut out and not given our special status as an individual, as a group of people who have suffered a Holocaust here in America. But this particular article that I would like to read is called Arabs, the Chief Slave Traders. Okay, and I'm sure a lot of my Arab comrades are they don't like to hear these type of articles, but all in truth and all in love, they must be given. And so when you have the information, then you have to spread it. Okay, so this is called Arab, the Chief Slave Traders. For the purpose of spreading the Islamic religion and taking the mineral wealth of the Black African nations, the Arabs began enslavement of sub-Saharan blacks in the mid-700 ADs. After nearly 13 centuries, selling on an average of 1 million blacks every 100 years, one can estimate that Arab slave traders enslaved and financially profited from the sale of more than 13 million African blacks. In July 1994, several Arab diplomats and other spokespersons disavowed a Washington Post article that Arabs were still trading in black slaves in Mauritania, Ethiopia, and Sudan. The national press was challenged to prove that slavery still existed in those countries. The Baltimore Sun newspaper accepted the challenge and sent 2 reporters, one black columnist from the Sun and a foreign correspondent who was white, to Sudan to see if they could buy black slaves and prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that chattel slavery did still exist in Sudan. According to the Washington Post, the 2 reporters found clear evidence of slave raids on blacks in south of Sudan. They actually bought 2 black slaves from Islamic fundamentalists for the price of $500 each. Having completed their mission, the reporters immediately returned the slaves to their aggrieved families. Few people are interested in or understand the continuing enslavement of blacks because the issue is confused and smothered under religious conflicts between Christian, Jews, and Islamic religions. They fail to understand that black slavery is not a horizontal moral issue. It is a racial and economic issue. Neither the national political leadership, religious leadership, or traditional civil rights organizations have acknowledged current-day black slavery as an issue. The commander-in-chief of the Garang Liberation Movement, a human rights group in Sudan, told a reporter of the Washington Post that the Islamic government's army and its parliamentary auxiliary militias used slavery to destroy the African non-Muslim dimension of the Sudanese society. Of the Sudanese identity. Let me repeat that. The commander-in-chief of the Garang Liberation Movement, a human rights group in Sudan, told a reporter of the Washington Post that the Islamic government army and its parliamentary auxiliary militias used slavery to destroy the non-Muslim African dimension of Sudanese society. Obviously, as long as blacks remain divided along the lines of religion, political party, and class, they will forever be vulnerable to those who seek to enslave and exploit them. That is crazy. And then right here, there's an actual there's an actual auction notice and of a slave auction for sale on Monday, February 10th. The undersigned executors of Samuel A. White will offer for sale at public auction at the courthouse in Knoxville 3 Negro men and 1 Negro girl, a good house servant, all young, sound, and likely also 100 valuable town lots. Oh boy. And 2 tracts of woodland and some other stuff they got to go on with that. But look at here. Get the hell out of here. Anyways. That's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So when we think about slavery, a lot of the times we're just so accustomed to seeing talking black and white, not having gray areas in between there. But as an African people, we have been enslaved by everybody. We have been marked by everyone. So it is very important that you understand the history of trauma, the history, again, that is continuously perpetuated up to this day, and some of the same reasons that we were enslaved, and some of the reasons how we got enslaved are some of the same experiences that we are having today. And that's something to really think about. Okay? Alrighty, you guys. That's my first video. So if you like what you hear, please subscribe and share it. Okay? And I'll see you in a little bit right here in the mental house. Bye-bye.